What motorcycle comes first to your mind when we talk about brands such as BMW, Ducati or Yamaha? Let's talk about it. Hey guys, what is up everybody and welcome to a new video. We all come with a diverse backgrounds and experiences and we all know about motorcycles depends on how we start our relations with motorcycles geographically or maybe in terms of the brands, and this in general influence how we see the motorcycle world. And in this video I want to share with you my personal impressions on motorcycle brands. So geographically I divide them into three groups. It's of course Japan, Europe and the US. I know there are many other brands in the world, but I just don't have any experience with them, so I'm not gonna touch them. At this level, I say the Japanese motorcycles for me is kind of reliable performance motorcycles, sometimes conservative but down to quality, super efficient. European motorcycle come with beauty and tech. It is less reliable than the Japanese, but it always has, you know, those comfort features, nice ergonomics and more expensive feel, and it all comes also with a higher maintenance cost. American bikes are on their own. For me, there are only Harley and Indians, and I don't know much about them, so I cannot really judge or properly judge this kind of part of the world. But my understanding is that they are big, they have their subculture, and they're super popular back in the States. Let's go down to brands with the regions, and among Japanese brands, Honda is the most premium, reliable brand focused on mature audience. Yamaha is kind of like young people oriented brand, and Kawasaki is focused on grand touring, where Suzuki among all of those brands is kind of most conservative but same time progressive brand building powerful motorcycles. They don't have broad lineup of the bikes, but all bikes are highly reliable. Among European brands, I see that BMW kind of like taking the same seat as Honda in Japan, and basically BMW is the headliner of the European motorcycle industry, followed by brands such as Triumph and Ducati. However, for me personally, Ducati is the most premium brand among all of those. Not only price-wise, but also in terms of design. Ducati come first, Triumph second, and BMW third. And for value and money and reliability, I would say the Triumph, then BMW, and then Ducati. Now, there is always one or two bikes which create kind of like brand image and how people know about the brand. So let's say whenever we talk about Honda, people always remember Africa Twin or T7 for Yamaha. So for me personally, introduction to Honda was by Goldwing motorcycle. Yamaha is equal MT-07, MT-09, Suzuki is definitely Hayabusa, and Kawasaki is famous for their sport models such as ZZR or ZX lineup. In Europe, BMW of course is GS. Wherever you are talking about BMW, people always remember GS. But I also really like their 9T bikes. Ducati for me is Monster and Multistrada, and I really like their Street Fighter, but I just don't bond with this motorcycle. Triumph we all know about because of their Street Triple motorcycle, but in recent days I would say the Tiger lineup is how people hear about Triumph brands. So let's talk about US. And as I mentioned before, I only know Harley, and among Harley I know Street Glide and Road Glide, those like big American motorcycles, and I see them perfectly fit in American environment, so you can cross the whole country on those bikes. But here in Europe they kind of a little bit less common. And that is, I would say, my global mapping of motorcycle industry today, and the way how I see those brands, the way how I know about them. Let me know if your vision is the same, or if your knowledge is the same, or what you see differently. Please leave it in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Cheers.